You ever notice that my hairline actually crooked? Yeah, hold on, I don't think that's part of the script. You ever notice the second you tell somebody that you make music, they automatically assume that you listen to every artist in the world and you know the history behind music all the way back when the first Caveman clinked 2 sticks together and called it a Billboard hit? Like, bro, what does Caveman call banging 2 rocks together have to do with me making a banger in the studio today? I swear, people stay saying, wanna be the best? Gotta know the history. First off, I ain't trying to be the best. If I wanted that, I'd send the devil a DM saying, yo, sold for sale, hit me back. But for real, some of the most talented people we know don't even care about the history behind what they do. Let's look at Nikola Jokic, for example. Bro won a whole NBA championship and then said, job's done, time to go home. Like he just clocked out of work or something and then went to go race horses in Serbia. Like, bro, what? Dude 7 feet tall talking about racing horses. Like, as big as you are, you could be out there racing with the horses on feet. It's like if you work at Sam's Club or Walmart and some random dude comes up to you and say, hey, can you tell me the founder's name and where he was born? It's like, bruh, I'm stacking chips for $15 an hour. I didn't have to take a damn history exam to get this job. I don't get paid to know Sam Walton's blood type. And we can even take this argument to acting. Like, look at Tom Holland. Bro is from the UK, not Queens, playing Spider-Man, an all-American hero, talking better English than me. Like, I'm pretty sure bro didn't have to know every Spider-Man coming all the way from the 1960s to pull that off. And let's not forget, he's white, with a top-tier Nubian queen on his arm. I mean, at least that's what other niggas be saying, but I'm pretty sure he didn't have to know black history to the fullest extent to get her. And if we're really talking talent without history, let's bring up the man who bit the forbidden fruit and made it a logo. Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple. Oh yeah, and I did my research for him. One of the first quotes of his that I saw while doing my research was something that I regurgitate in my mind all the time, even before I saw that he said it. And it was, I wanted to do things, not read about people who had already done them. And that's exactly how I think. Like, bruh, I don't care why Benjamin Franklin's on the $100 bill. Just give me my Benjis. Now don't get it twisted. The man wasn't blind to the past. In another quote, he said, you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backward. Now, some of y'all are probably like, ooh, see, he did do his research on history. But hold on, let me cook. Let me just finish the quote. So you have to trust that the dots will connect in your future. And what he meant was, the past is just data, patterns. He didn't admire history. He mined it for clues to build a better future. That's a big difference. So I'm pretty sure I don't need to know the history behind compressors to use one. I could just look up a tutorial a nigga made a year ago to learn how to use it on my vocal. And honestly, if YouTube was around back then, I'm pretty sure Steve Jobs would have been watching them same vids. Now for this last example, we're gonna step into my lane, black hip hop. One of the best hip hop duos to ever touch Atlanta. At least that's what I think. Gucci Mane and Zaytoven. The first wild fact I give you is that Gucci wasn't even trying to be a rapper. But if you know at least a little bit of black hip hop history, you probably already know that. You know, Gucci was a street dude that was, that just got into hip hop. But what you didn't know is that he was actually teaching somebody else how to rap in that time while in the streets before he actually got into rapping. And Zaytoven just saw how good he was and asked him to start hopping on track. Now I'm going to tell you something that you probably didn't know about Zaytoven. Yeah, you're a black piano hip hop hero. Dude is not even from Atlanta. He was born in like a whole nother country and was raised in San Francisco in the Bay, making hood music out there. We let an immigrant invade black hip hop culture. No, I'm just playing, but dude is actually not from Atlanta. He was raised in like San Francisco somewhere, making music out there, and then moved to Atlanta. But they didn't need a 400-page black hip hop history book to, make history. I got all this information from a podcast Zaytoven was on called R&B Money Podcast, where he spoke to Jay Valentine and Tank about how he and Gucci Mane became so big. But for some reason, people think you gotta know the history like the back of your hand just to rap or make music. Like, Half of your favorite artists are in the studio all day and don't even know what the engineers are doing. Some of them be in the studio not knowing what a compressor or a reverb is. And I'm sure you don't either. But I bet you listen to more music than I do. And also, some people be out here like 21 Savage shouting and quoting Anita Baker talking about I know ball, but can't even hold a note. But even one of my favorite rappers, Llucyd Vert, created a whole career while clowning old heads. He didn't walk around with a black hip hop history textbook. He just created. He got his name cause some dude said he rapped fast like a Uzi and he wanted to go up. No one needed to know what hospital he was born in. Not all of us need to be Nardwar out here. So yeah, next time someone says they make music or they're in the music industry, don't assume they know every artist in the world or they know every piece of music history back to when the first cavemen dropped their first mixtape. Truth is, you don't need history to be great. You just need creativity, work ethic, and maybe a good YouTube tutorial. Speaking of that, watch one of my latest videos to learn how to mix your vocals or to learn how to record faster. But with all that being said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you want to hear me talk about another thing that grinds my gears. But yeah, with all that being said, peace.